Hello, welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which is a what I've sold on eBay video. I don't sell loads. To be honest, my account has been relatively stagnant up until very recently, because over the last few months I've barely been listing because I've been so busy with making the most of my summer when I graduated from uni and seeing my friends before I had to leave Liverpool, and more recently being at work 5 days a week and not being bothered to put effort into my eBay until now, because I recently had a weekend free to get my life together. So yes, let's get into the video, and I am going to start showing you what I have sold in recent months. This is because I don't sell loads. It's not like what I sold this month, this is what I've sold over the past few months. Not everything, just the good things. And also things that might not necessarily make you loads of money, but are things that are easy to sell, which you'll see what I mean. So let's get into it. So the first item is this Scotch and soda men's short sleeve seersucker shirt. This I purchased in a local hospice charity shop for £2.50. I saw Scotch and soda and I thought, I'm sure I know you're an expensive brand. And then I went on eBay on completed and sold, and there was nothing. And I was like, oh, have I picked a dud here? So I went on the Scotch and Soda website themselves, and their shirts are actually quite expensive. They're around £100 depending on what you're buying. And I'd listed this at 30 just because there was nothing else on eBay. Probably could have listed it higher if you think they're £100 brand new and this was still brand new with tags. But at the same time, I hadn't really sold a lot at this stage. I was thinking no one's going to buy it if I list it at like 40 or 50. So I went with 30 and took a best offer of 25. And to be honest, I'm really happy with that. For an item that cost me £2.50, that's a tenfold profit before fees, with delivery on top. So I was really happy with that. The next item is a Radley handbag. Now this was free, my grandmother gave me it, she bought it years ago, hadn't used it at all. It had been sat in its dust bag in the bottom of her wardrobe, and she said, you know what, I'm not using it, I'd like you to get some money from it. So what I did was I actually put it on an auction, started it at £39.95 and the auction ended with one bid, the starting bid of £39.95. And I was very happy with that. Brand new, I think RRP was £140, but she bought it in an outlet for closer to £70. It was more or less half price. And so £40 for a bag that cost me nothing and cost her around £70, I thought was a very good amount of money. And my philosophy behind it was start the auction at a price that you'd be happy to accept, and I did. So that is fine. If I put it on buy it now, I probably would have listed it closer to 60 just because it had the tag in there for 140. But I would have ended up taking an offer on it anyway, no doubt. So yeah, it was a lovely bag. I jokingly nicknamed it the Queen's handbag because it has these very straight, sharp and boxy edges. The next item is a pair of women's Levi cropped jeans, size 18, 33-inch waist. I bought these in the same charity shop as the Scotch and Soda shirt for either £1.50 or £2. Had them listed at 22, took an offer of £17.99, very quick easy sale and more than tenfold profit before fees, which is brilliant. Levi's are obviously a very well-known brand and a good staple to sell if you come across them. The next thing is an Apple iPad Air 4th generation box, because I bought an iPad earlier this year, and this is what I was saying about things that are just easy to sell. Yeah, it didn't make me a load of money, £6's not very much, but it's £6 more than I had. And technically it was free because it came with the iPad, it's what the iPad came in. So it's just £6 off the cost of the iPad. And like, why not? Otherwise this box would either have gone in underneath my bed or gone in the recycling bin. So I'd rather get some money for it. and I do this with all phone boxes. I've got quite a few on my account at the moment actually. The next thing, this is something I wasn't expecting to be selling, was a vintage ladies Trivinyl jumper. That's a mouthful. I have got another one of these on my account in a pink colour. Now I bought these because the sort of jumpers that my nan loves, and they didn't have size labels in, so I was just guessing based off how they looked. So I bought a pair of them from the hospice charity shop, and they were both £1.50 each, so £3 for 2 jumpers. And unfortunately they were just far too big for her. This worked out as a size 16, my nan's a size 10, so it very much swamped her. But I thought, when do you ever see these jumpers hanging around? I'll give it a go. Anyway, I did some research and it turns out that they were still saleable on eBay. I didn't think they would be, I thought they'd be going back to the charity shop. I listed them both at £14.95, and like I said, the pink one's still listed. I took an offer of this for a tenner, cost me £1.50. I thought it was the only interest that I'd had. The other one's been on this whole time and hasn't had a single offer, so I'm glad I took this actually. From £1.50 to £10, happy with that. The next item I bought when I was still working at Ralph Lauren. I bought it for myself before I left the company and just never wore it, and it still had a tag on it. The RRP of these shirts are about £95, but I'd got it in the clearance sale. It had gone down to, I think it had gone down to £29.99, and I then would have got 30% off that, so I would have paid around £21. And I firstly started off listing it at 45, dropped it to 40, dropped it to 35, dropped it to 30, at which it eventually sold. So not a huge profit margin, but that had been sat in my wardrobe for over 3 years. And so in my eyes, it no longer owed me anything, and it was 30 quid I was happy to have in my bank account, obviously before fees. And with this one, I offered free postage to make it more enticing. I noticed a lot of, Ralph Lauren's quite a popular brand on eBay. I do believe there's a lot of fake Ralph Lauren on eBay, and they're all offering free shipping. So I thought if I offer free shipping too, it just makes it a bit more enticing. Next item is a Paul Smith jeans t-shirt. I picked this up from a British Heart Foundation for £2.50, listed it at £19.95 and took an offer of £16. So what's that? 6 times, well, just more than 6 times what I paid for it. So very happy with that. And then of course delivery on top. That was just Paul Smith's a nice brand, isn't it? And they hadn't overpriced it, as they British Heart Foundation, Cancer Research, Bernardo's, I found of all them, they price a lot higher than the local hospice charity shops, which is fine. I'm more than entitled to do that, but it does mean that I buy a lot less from them. And so when I saw Paul Smith t-shirts at £2.50, it made me very happy, and I bought them, and I've managed to make some money off them. The next item is a Jaeger ladies black leather makeup bag. Now this is Jaeger, the clothing brand, not Jaeger, the drink. My nan was bought this as a gift years and years and years ago. Never used it. As you can see, it's still got the tag on it. And it was another thing she gave to me. I said, just sell it if you want to. And I got £16 for it, for something that cost me nothing. So very happy with that. I have no idea how much it cost new because, as I say, it was a gift someone bought her. The next item is a 2XL Gant men's short sleeved shirt. I picked this up for £2.50 from the hospice shop. They had 50% off all men's and women's clothing, so it should have been £5, costing £2.50. As you can see from the picture, I didn't even bother to steam it. I just hung it up and took the pictures of it. It was a lovely shirt. The only defect on it was, let's see, you can see here, there was a little spot which I think was blood. But I declared it in the description and I listed it at £25. It sat around for ages. I dropped it to 22 and eventually took an offer of 18. Still happy with that. £2.50 to 18 is fine. And to be fair, it was slightly damaged, so I can't really complain. And the buyer was very happy with it, so that's great. After that, we've got a Teletubbies single duvet and pillowcase bedding set. Very difficult to photograph. So as you can see, my old room in Liverpool had sloped eaves, and it was very difficult to hang it up in a space that was actually long enough. So as you can see, the bottom of it was on the floor there. But I did manage to get some better pictures. I don't know why I chose that one as the first one. That's the worst picture there is. Anyway, I picked this up because I saw Carla Jenkins pick up the same bedding set. Sort of any vintage children bedding set I've seen are good to buy. This I got from a local Martin House hospice where everything is £1, so I paid £1 for this set, listed it at £20 and took an offer of 16. So 16-fold profit there before fees. Very happy with that. The next thing is a set of 4 Staffordshire Pottery stacking mugs, sort of campervan retro thing that's going mad this summer. These weren't in the best condition. As you can see, there's a chip in the handle there. I think they were seconds anyway because you can see a little bubble in the glaze on the upper half of the handle. And I paid £1.50 for these in a local hospice shop and listed them at 15 and took an offer of 11, and that was fine with me. Almost, well, sort of, what's that, 8-fold profit, so again, that's great with me. And they weren't a specific brand either, it was just Staffordshire Pottery. It wasn't like it was Ironstone or, was it Burlington? I'm not sure, I'm not an expert on it. Anyway, very happy with them. And the final item I want to show you is a pair of Vans old school black and white shoes. I bought these at the start of university, so September 2018. I've worn them 2 or 3 times. I wore them to a few nights out, hence the grubbiness, which I was so lazy I didn't even bother to wipe off. I did go over them with a wet wipe, but it didn't fully bring off everything. Now I put these on an auction with a starting price of £9.99. As you can see there, it says winning bid £9.99. Within an hour of the auction going up, I'd listed it with best offer as well. Someone sent me an offer of £12. £12 for a pair of shoes I've worn a few times, haven't worn in years. Get them out the wardrobe, thought, yeah, I'll take that. So I took £12 for them, because I would rather have that than them go at the winning bid of £9.99. And yes, there is argument to say that they could have gone for more in the auction. They very well could have. But looking at completed and sold, no more than 15 really, so 12, very happy with. They don't owe me anything because I've had them so long, and yeah, very happy with them. So those are sort of, I think that's showing you 12 things there. The 12 best things that I've sold on eBay in recent months. I've had a few duds as well, things that I've put on £1.99 auctions because I couldn't bear myself to do 99p, but they, to be fair, were all old clothes, so technically owed me nothing anymore because I got my use of them. Nothing I've actually bought from a charity shop has been an absolute flop yet, so very happy about that. But yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon with another upload.